All right, hello, part 2. I sold all the binder cards today, and also it turns out there was a ton of fake cards in there. I'm gonna be honest. When I broke down that binder and pulled out all the fake cards and I was looking at all the cards that were left, I thought I was gonna lose money. I thought this was gonna be a video where I tell everyone, hey, it is possible to lose money even if you're me and you got a lot of streamers on, a lot of viewers on Whatnot, blah 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 blah. Okay, I came into this stream also when I made the purchase yesterday. I spent $250. I was kind of expecting to lose money, to kind of turn this whole video into a cautionary tale. But basically, I didn't lose money. Okay. It's not that the cards in there were actually worth more. It's just the Whatnot effect. I just happened to sell them for more than what they were worth, in my view. I showed the condition on everything. I ran the auction nice and slow, fast. I didn't pump the cards. I didn't say like, oh my God. Remember, you can make a lot of money on Whatnot by lying, cheating, and stealing. I did none of those. That's another video topic. Anyways, I just held the cards up. I showed the card. I pressed the auction button, and then people bid whatever they wanted. I didn't hype it up at all. I was just like, here, this is what it is. Here's the condition. Go. Not many people can do that and actually be profitable, but that's besides the point. Let's get into it. Okay. I sold 84 items. Okay. Most of the cards, not this one, these cheaper cards, I put them into bundles of 30 and I sold them in bulk because these are the cards that I think is not worth selling for $1 each. The rest of the cards I sold for $1 each and they sold for whatever they sold for. Let's go over the Whatnot math. Okay. So I sold 84 separate units of items. The total gross sales from the binder was $695. If you remember, I spent $250. And coming into the stream today, I was probably 70 to 80% confident that I was going to lose money, but apparently I didn't. So good for me, I guess, but that wasn't the point of me buying the binder. It was supposed to be more of a cautionary tale. Anyway, of these 84 items, they went into 30 packages. So I'm going to go over the math of how to calculate how much it costs to actually sell on Whatnot, okay? $695, you don't actually get $695 and then subtract out, you know, $250 and that's your profit. It doesn't work like that, okay? So bubble mailers cost 16 cents each. So 30 packages, 30. 1.5 times label of 4 cents. So there's 84 items times 1.5 on average. Remember, this is just an average. So 4 cents times 126. And then top loaders are 13 cents each. So 84. So this is the additional shipping cost on top of the Whatnot fees. So it's about $20. Oh, I didn't subtract that over here. That's a 1, and then that, well, actually that's correct. So this should just be a 1. That's all it is. And then gotta edit this now real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we're back. We're going with the flow here. Okay. So Whatnot takes 8%. The credit card company takes 3%. So total percentages is about 11%. It's actually 2.9, but the same thing. Also, there's a flat transaction fee of 30 cents per unit. So 8% of $695 is this, 3% is this, and 30 cents is this. Okay. Now, I also added an extra 1% to account for scams and also the how they calculate the fees. And it's actually a little bit more. So I just put 1% as a, safety net. Okay, so total minus all the fees is $586. So when I get paid out from Whatnot, this is what I would get paid out. Okay, then to calculate our profit, I subtract out what I paid, 250. So our net profit is $316.40. All right, now let's switch over to this paper over here. How much labor did I use to make this entire thing happen? Half an hour to type on Facebook with that person. 1 hour to drive and drive back. Took 1 hour for me to stream. Remember, this is just a generalization. Obviously, you can't do stuff like this 24 hours a day. This is an opportunistic moment, okay? Pack and shipping probably takes an hour. Extra 1 hour on the back end stuff, once I ship out 30 packages, if I get complaints and answering any questions, all of that stuff. Also, when you stream, you can't just start streaming and immediately start selling. You need to give an introduction. Hi, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. And then you got to say bye at the end and all that stuff. So that's why I say 1 hour on the back end. In general, this took about 4.5 hours to 5 hours. So total net is this. So for 4.5 hours of labor, it's $316. I'll just write it again to make it look cleaner. $316 for 5 hours of work. So that's about $50 to $60 an hour. Is that good? On a normal perspective of how people exist in life, yes, that is a very good payday. When I used to work for minimum wage, it would take me like a week to make that much money. I remember when I used to work for minimum wage, which was like $8.50, I used to get like $600 per paycheck. So this is like 1 week's work. So this is very good on the perspective of if you're a normal person. But for me, this is pretty bad. But we won't get into that. Anyways, yeah. In general, let me talk about purchasing binders on Facebook. One thing is you need to know your prices. And I usually cherry pick all the expensive cards and I only value it on that. All of the common cards that are, it's whatever. I just look at that as a bonus. I never factor it into my offer when I purchase things. Now, when you buy stuff on Facebook Marketplace, I would say that is one of the best, and that's one of the best places to buy and sell for a beginner, because when you sell on there, if you're a beginning seller and you're just trying to liquidate your collection or whatever, it's very clean. You don't have to deal with making an account on somewhere and all this stuff. It's just, hey, I'm selling this, and then people throw you offers and you say yes or no. It's very clean. From a buyer's perspective, obviously you can't just go on Facebook Marketplace and find good deals every day, but it's worth your time as a beginner to go on there and basically spawn camp. You need to spawn camp that shit because sometimes a good binder or a good deal pops up, and that's when you can come up. I remember this binder I bought probably 2 months ago. I spent $1,900 and then I sold it for $2,800 in the same fashion as this. It was basically this, but with bigger numbers. Obviously, bigger numbers when your labor is the same is good. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Remember, people, I don't want to say I got lucky. I have an unfair disadvantage because my Whatnot account is fucking massive, okay? Just to show you guys how massive and how unfair this is, let me just do some quick math for you, okay? You see this Whatnot credit card fee of 30 cents? Just imagine that's a quarter, okay? On Whatnot, so far, I've sold 160,000 items, separate items. It's not like here's 160,000 cards. It means I ran that many auctions. 160,000 times 0.30. I have paid the credit card company $48,000 in 30-cent transactions. Do you Do you hear how crazy that is? In the last 9 months, I've paid almost 50K in 30-cent transactions to the credit card company. Whatnot and the credit card company are very happy to have me. I'm very happy to have you watching my video. Thank you for supporting. Like, subscribe, and all that good shit. See you on the next one.